There we go. Alright. Well, dashboard. Even though I'm playing Freedom Phase, Freedom Phase 2, but there's there's no real thing for Freedom Phase 2. I do kind of wonder though, what would it possibly take to have certain what would it possibly take to have certain game categories all there. Like in my opinion, I would love to see like I guess the most obvious thing is I would love to have the whole Doom plus Doom 2 port and be like, hey, I'm I'm playing playing that. Um, and then it's the little thing is oh I could or it's oh I could have the ability to choose Freedom Phase 2 because that is a thing. Instead of having to be oh I have Freedom as a category, but Freedom Phase 2 is what I'm playing. But I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and get started and everything. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose is here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Weapons Mod Wednesday, where I play through some classic Doom stuff in a way with some sort of gameplay weapons mod that was uploaded to the Doom plus Doom 2 port, and I either revisit Doom 1 or Doom 2, or something that has or or something that has new weapon stuff to play around with, maybe new new maps and stuff as well. And today we're going to be continuing more of my playthrough of Freedom Phase 2 with the Blork Remake mod, also known as Freedom 2 with the Blork Remake mod. So first things first, this is the page. If you want to go look for it on the mod list, you can it's everything you see in full. Um, but yeah, so this is a port demake of a mod called Blork, a weapons mod that was made by Alpha Ant 2. Um, it was made to kind of be like a thing for classic Doom port, like Doom source ports and all that, especially for this port in particular. Um, Pretty nice little weapons mod in my opinion. Especially having something that's better than a pea shooting pistol, how Doom 2 has. I have played around with this mod before on the channel. I think when I did my playthrough of it on Doom 2. But excuse me. But it got updated at one point in time to have I guess you said have 3 episodes where it's first little episode, if you will, is Doom 2 campaign. Second one is the FreeDoom 2 campaign, also known as like Freedom Phase 2, because that's what it's originally known as. And the third one I believe is like a custom map set. Like I want to say that it's probably like a thing that was made from I think like a program called Oblige Map Maker or something like that, which we might get to someday, but you know that's still gonna be like sometime. That's gonna be like sometime like way off in the future. So yeah. And for those that are wondering, like, what is FreeDoom 2? Um, FreeDoom 2 is like a little fan sequel to a game called FreeDoom or FreeDoom Phase 1, because there's two FreeDoom games that have like a Phase 1 and a Phase 2. Phase 1 is basically like an Ultimate Doom type of thing, where it's like it has 4 episodes. I think it's like 9 levels in each. And then you got Phase 2, which is FreeDoom 2, where it has like at least, you know, at most 32 levels. You know, and all that. It's got new levels, new textures, new sounds, music, and all that jazz. It still plays out like it still kind of plays out like a Doom, like, you know, like Doom, but it has like its own little thing where it's like, I guess another way of putting it is maybe like it's like a Doom game, but it's free and open source. You know, it's made by various people in the community. So, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be continuing our playthrough of it. We're on Deadly Outlands, which is map 60, which I don't know exactly how. I really don't know exactly what part of the thing we're on with that. But yeah, there is the ability to play Freedom Phase 1 and Phase 2 on here, but I'm playing this. I'm doing Freedom 2 with this mod because, you know, it's one of those little rare situations where it's like, oh, you know, you can be able to, you know, play it, you know, play it. You can be able to play, you know, with like different weaponry and shit. So. Put that right there. Yeah, I kind of remember from last time where it was like, you know, we had a little bit of a spicy and dicey type moment. So, but yeah, so I believe I got a good portion of the weapons, except for like for plasma rifles, BOG thing. But yeah, so this thing right here is the chainsaw replacement. Um, it's known to use bullet ammo. I think it's like, it has like 10, yeah, it shoots like 10 rounds, like, it uses up 10 bullets to fire a thing. This here is the pistol replacement. It's one of those little things where it's like you tap your attack key to actually, you know, to get to shoot. This is the shotgun. I want to say it's kind of like a Western type of shotgun. From kind of like how it looks and sounds. This is the Super Shotgun, aka SSG. This is Chain Gun, and this is Rocket Launcher. And for the fist, you can actually use both your fists, both your hands, instead of just, you know, one. Ow. Okay, I need to do that a little bit better. I hate having to do this where it's like, you know, I'm having to like restart the fucking level. You know, like I'm trying. Ow! Like I'm trying to somehow be careful with the low health that I have. Alright, quick save here. Nice. Kinda like just trying to like, you know, to save ammo. So yeah, the Widowmaker is what the chainsaw replacement is known as. At one point in time, it was known to have you know let you use like infinite. It was known to have infinite ammo, but there were some patches and stuff that happened that you know made it to where that it wasn't quite the case anymore, which. It's one of those which is like it's one of those things where it's like it's you know like it was like it sucks that it happened, but it was like oh well it was fun while it lasted type moments. You know it's like you know, it sucks that it got changed, but you know it was fun while it lasted. Hell, I remember the time. Hell, I remember the time when I was playing the Titan Remake mod, where it was like you could do a little thing where it's like if you get the Berserk in that mod, you could literally one punch anything, even bosses like you know like cyber demons and spider masterminds, which was fun. You know, like it was a fun little thing. Now, one thing I do want to mention to people that you know are watching this, whether it's you know like live or modded. Wait, did it not fucking? Hold on. I look over at my fucking Twitch chat, and it's like, I don't know. Well, give me a sec. I look over at my Twitch chat and I see that the shield mode is still on, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because normally shield mode is supposed to be off whenever I'm live. I'm just trying to think to myself, it's like, did Surrybot not take off shield mode, or? Cause I, like, I would hate for, you guys to, not be able, I would hate for people not be able to comment, and it's like, I don't know about it. Yeah, just give me a sec, guys. I'm trying to figure out, like, if, like, if shield modes actually got turned off or what. Okay, yes, it is deactivated. It's probably like a visual thing. See, I don't know why. I really don't know why this is a fucking thing. But sometimes whenever I'd be streaming and everything, and it's like I go to like check my my PC side of things, and I look at my Twitch chat. Sometimes it's like I would usually, even though like I feel like it's very rare, but like sometimes I would feel like it would have these moments where it's like it says that something it's still on, like in like shield mode, for example, but in reality it's not, and it kind of like drives me nuts because like because I'm gonna kind of talk with you guys a little bit while I'm reloading my pop out chat on PC. So some people may know this, especially like if you've been around my channel for a good long while. I do have mods. I do have people that that I've made as made as the mods and everything. But the the chances of actually having mod people people here that are that are mods for my channel are pretty slim to none. Like I know one individual, like I know sometimes he might come around and he'll like lurk in the shadows or whatever. He'll maybe like he'll have my stream up, and he'll listen to me like while he's doing his own little thing, which I get, and I appreciate. I can appreciate the lurkers and everything like that. Like I can understand people are not always going to be the active chatting type. I get that. Hell, I do that myself sometimes. Where it's like, if like I'm like, if like say if I'm watching my friend Pay, like if she's if I know that she's streaming, and I'm over on her channel, whether it be like on YouTube or Twitch, chances are like I'm not gonna always chit chat. I might listen, I might listen, like watch and listen from time to time, especially like when she does like little story reading things, you know. Or sometimes, when I'm like, I'll like, I'll go to my friend Afflicted's Twitch channel, like and it's like, he'll, I don't know, like, he might not play DBD, or, like, he might play DBD or something like that, and I'm not, part of the, part of the, the game that's being played or whatever. It's like, sometimes, I'll still chill there, maybe I'll say a thing or two once in a while, maybe do like a random ass little command prompting, because I know they have like, I know he has, that on his channel from time to time and all that, but yeah, like I said, I get it, You know, like, I get it. You know, not everyone's gonna always chat. So, yeah. And I guess another thing, I guess another little thing I can kind of mention to some people, to people watching. I'm kind of doing a bit of a test. I'm kind of doing a bit of a test thing in a sense, like, um, I've changed the settings a little bit. It's not a whole lot, but I've changed it to go from like 360p high to 540p standard because like I don't want to build, because I don't like doing the thing where it's like, you know, I always have my streams at like 720 or 1080p because I don't have that ability to where it's like, you know, people can change things on the fly. It's like, oh, because I want to say that that's like a partner or affiliated thing where it's like, oh, you know, people you know can have like the option of, you know, changing, you know, the quality or something like that. Like, no, I can't do that. I wish I could, but you know. So yeah, I'm trying to, you know, do a little thing where it's like I'm probably gonna have my streams be at 540p standard at most, and I'm trying, like, you know, to not go too crazy high, if that makes any sense. So let's see. I heard flying red tomato. And I hear a bunch of imps as well, so. Normally I would expect the fucking imp to, or well, not imp, heck even, you know, to be trying to fly up to, you know, to where I am. Blind red tomato. Okay. Go here. Up on the bow. Turn around. I'll go downtown, doing well. Alright. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know if I said this, which I probably did, but I'm gonna say it again. This is my first time playing FreeDoom Phase 2, or, you know, FreeDoom 2, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, there's gonna probably be those moments where it's like, you know, I get lost, confused, don't know what to do, so. We got Hell Knights. always check around the building if you can, because you never know what you're going to find. Ew. Fucker. Alright, so we're decent on health. We got a blue and red key. So we just got the red key now. And we hit a button. And yeah, apparently red armor is like the default green armor in this mod. Now, I believe that when it comes to this mod in particular, because it's because I guess like it's more or less a thing where it's like, oh, it's supposed to be like a FreeDoom, based mod. Um, the textures and stuff that you would see come from, well, like I said, like mostly would come from the game itself. Even if like you're playing like the Doom 2 campaign, instead of like you're seeing things that would normally be for FreeDoom 2, like for FreeDoom. Okay. And yeah, you probably might be saying you probably might be saying to yourself about the whole situation with the pistol replacement. like why about like why am I like tapping the thing instead of like holding down the fire button? Well, in this mod, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. It's not a button that you. It's not like it's not a weapon that you hold down. You know. Case in point, as you can see, like I shot once. Does a little fake reload animation, but yes, Doom guy, Doom guy's, still, yeah, Doom guy doing like ow! But like Doom, that's like Doom guy is still doing his little thing. So. Come here, I'm gonna beat you with my fist. No, I don't wanna do that, because okay. Okay. Oh. Zeggen ver of ver, dus het wordt met toch wel, ja. Oh, maybe over there. the red key door. Hey, and I got a backpack finally. It's about fucking time. I didn't mean to fire that. Like, yeah, I got me a backpack and I got me a plasma gun too. Fire blue. It's a fire blue, twat. Like, look at this. It's the infamous fire blue. Gotta love splash damage. I hate when I do that shit. I don't know why, but it's like I feel like every time I'm holding this wire, I use this wire controller of mine, my PSP. Like I always get the situation where it's like I feel like I'm sort of like fat fingering or something, where it's like I'm hitting the button when I don't mean or want to. Because this is like a new world, universe thing or whatever. Instead of UAC, it's AGM. that some shit? Okay. Yeah, I want the Emma. You won't let me have the Emma. Emma was love, Emma was live. Oh, goody goody gumdrops. Another fucking bait elemental. Damn, I was hoping trying to see if I could do a little thing where it's like, I can like lead it into the next room or whatever. Maybe it would fall asleep. Yeah. That looks like the way out. Damn it. Dimensional Rift Observatory. Alright, so as per the normal tradition, at least what I do, if I go to a new level from a previous part, you know, from a previous part of a thing, whatever, I always try to make a new save, you know, go from there. Because for those that don't know how I usually do things with stuff like this, so if I'm on the first level of something, like the very first level of something, I will usually, I'll usually do a thing where it's like, if I have like the ability to quick save, then I'll quick save. But when I get to like a new level, like say like episode 2 or map 02, whatever, then I'll do a hard save there, and then you know, continue my ting. Sorry, just kind of check some stuff real quick. Okay. So gotta be a little careful again. I don't know for sure, but I think I just heard I think I just heard an arts file. Cause it was sort of faint, but I heard like what sounded like the roaming sound. I was not expecting a fire blue texture to be the equivalent of a portal. It's like fuck me life. Damn. I'm going to assume that was a Commander Keen thing. Alright, we'll go right here. Save the game. Damn it! I was hoping they're get another infighting thing going. Ouch. I didn't mean to do that. Seriously? I went from 74, I think it was like 74 down to 0. Uh-oh. You're flying right to meter. Ow, I was trying to like, run away from that. I was literally trying to run away from all that. I somehow still I get stuck on shit and I get hit. Gee, thanks, game. A good thing we can be able to take them out, separately. Okay, let's take it from the top. Huh. Interesting. I'm guessing this is one of those things where it's like, oh, the door's blocked off, and I can't better go through it. Let me get that actually. I love when you go get infighting going. So that nothing beats good old classic in-game infighting. Makes you wonder who's going to win. Interesting. Yo. You think, yo, we just saw the fucking bear in the helm, like, sort of paralyzed the incubus. Uh, either that's another blue key or that's a blue skull key. Yeah, it's like either that's the blue key or that's the blue skull key. Okay, well, these things are apparently opened up. One there. Hold on. Just want to take a snapshot of that. Okay, so I don't think we have to use this anymore since we got the key, you know, to open up the door key. Oh. Okay. Ew. Save here. Damn it, I took my hand. I took my thumb off the damn stick. Ow. I'll beat you with my fist. Don't know what happened, but now I'm here apparently. And now we got Paul saying fucking So I'm gonna show the party over here. So what exactly did that do? I am confused. I can't quite tell, but like part of me thinks that there's that the yellow key is up there. Ow. Where are you? Come here, you. Like I have absolutely no idea what just happened. Like having the random firing and begun. I was right. Seriously? I get killed by that? Nice. Fucking knew it. I knew it was damn well. Woo! I bet you want to bet if I like go through that, I'm gonna get like pummeled in the face by Bubba's like hit scans and shit. Like, can I not get hit with fucking homing missiles? I went to a bad spot. Yeah, I think probably after this level, I'm probably gonna call it. Uh, Ow. Wow. Indeed it is, Fitted. How are you doing today on this hump day of all things? Not too bad. Can't really complain much, really. Just been, thinking about just been thinking about like ideas and stuff to do for streams in the future. Today is my Weapons Mod Wednesday stream and everything, where I'm currently doing my continuation but first playthrough of FreeDoom 2, also known as FreeDoom Phase 2. I don't really, where I'm at, like, I don't really get a whole lot of, snow. I don't really get a whole lot of snow here in Texas. snowing all week in Boston. Funny enough, like, every time I looked at the weather thing on my phone, like, it said like it was snowing around my area, but in actuality, it's not. But then again, like, I think it's kind of like, but then again, like, I kind of think to myself, it's like, I might be talking about, like, a town that's kind of closest to where I am, but then again, it's like, no, not really, because, it usually shows the, the general area, so, I don't know. I didn't mean to fire. Um, the best way I can put this hooded is this is a gameplay mod that was implemented in a Doom and FreeDoom 2 campaign where it's like this mod originally was known to be a thing for FreeDoom, but the creator of the mod had first uploaded it as like a thing for Doom 2, aka Doom 2 Hell on Earth. But then they added in the FreeDoom Phase 2 campaign, aka the Freedom Phase. They added in the Freedom Phase 2 campaign, also known as Freedom 2 to most people, and they added in a custom third campaign where it's like I think they made like levels from what they call a Blige Maker or something like that. And you can be able to play around with like Doom 2 campaign or Free Doom 2 campaign and go around with like these new weapons and everything. So yeah. Yeah. Technically, if you have the Doom plus Doom 2 port on PC, you could build. I think you could build. You could find a folder for this thing to be able to play it like that. The main weapon, the main weapons mod, you can definitely find on PC because that was what it's made for. Like this weapons mod was originally the thing for like like I said, it was originally made for like a freedom thing, but it was it got expanded, and this was a demake because it was made to be like a vanilla based type thing, where it's like have like vanilla, where you can play it on like vanilla type source ports, including Doom plus Doom 2. Just look up the word. Just look up Blork, which is spelled as like BLORC, and you might be able to find it. I didn't even have my finger on the weapon. There's way too much shit going on. Oh wait, so much shit, I tell ya. Flying transmitter. Trying to show me its ass. Flying red to me trying to show me its ass. Hello, Talon. Welcome on in. And yes, it's FreeDoom maps and textures with Doom monsters and props and a weapons mod. Yes. You know, it's got quite a lot. It's quite a few things put together. You know, to make what you see before you. But how are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday or Hump Day. You know, whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of screwed right now. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of scared. As the Germans call it, Mittwoch or midweek. I mean, I guess I don't know like anyone. I don't know like the the term for that in other languages, but yeah. Well. But yeah, hopefully you're having a good Wednesday and everything. You know, hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Partial invisibility. I feel like I feel a sneeze coming on. Maybe it was false alarm. Didn't know it was possible to go behind the exit before lowering the pillars blocking it. I don't know. I talked about this before. I said this earlier in my stream and everything, but this is my first time ever playing FreeDoom 2. You know, and everything. Even with like even with like Doom weapon or Doom monsters and props and FreeDoom textures and levels and shit. You know, new weapons. Like I never played FreeDoom 2 before, so. I have no idea what to expect with this. Okay, so there's that, I guess. I'm out of here. Railroads. Alright. Well, that is what we're going to call it for this stream. It's a little bit it's a little bit earlier than what I normally would do, but I think but I'm kind of thinking that, like, when it comes to this whole thing with like playing Freedom Phase 2, it's like I want to say it's going to be like a slow and steady process, because it feels like I only do like maybe 2 levels or something at most. But what can you do? But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything, and as always, just want to say thank you all so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. Um, Hopefully everything went well with the slight adjustment to the stream, quality and everything. Going from like 360p high to 540p standard. Like I said, 'cause I don't want to do the whole thing of like, oh, I want to always have it in HD, because I don't want to, I don't want to do that, especially because like sometimes I might want to try, some people might want to try and watch thing, without having to be forced into like the like the high quality, when they might not be able to do it all the time, um, or like possibly having to deal with the whole situation of exporting, because sometimes exporting can be a hassle, especially if you have if you have the stream set to to be such a thing. But yeah, we are going to end, and we are going to try and raid someone, because I always like being able to raid people after my streams, whether it's during my normal time frame, or or if it's during like a regular, or like a whether it's during my normal time frame or during a random ass stream that I decide to do. Oh, before I forget, actually, hold on. Let me let me let me do something real quick. So I don't normally plug my Twitter like this all the time, but I figured I'd do it because I have made a poll over on my Twitter. Basically, it is a poll involving Elden Ring Night Rain. Um, the whole idea is the whole idea about it is um, choosing from like three different outcomes for a possible future run. Um, so because I managed to finish my Scholar Fun Run that I had done, the next thing that I'm going to be trying to do is one of 3 options that you guys could be able to choose from. Um, so option 1 is a strength-based Guardian build. I use a build where it's like where I use a little build where it's like he what's the word I'm looking for? It's a strength-based type build where it's like it kind of adjusts his little stats a little bit to be more of a strength-based build and everything. I'll be trying to like do a thing with that. Um, Next one is And this, I can't remember if these were like in the order I put them in or whatever, but still don't go with it. But the other one is a Arcane Raider build where I have it to be where it's like, he does to where he has like a bit more arcane, and he probably will have, he can have use on certain weaponry. Um, and then the last one is a quad procking executor build. So the quad procking executor build pretty much goes as follows. Um, I will be using a I'll be using a loadout that consists of frost, poison, and scarlet rot when it comes to the weaponry for because when it comes to the weaponry for executor, his base sword or his base katana, whatever you want to call it, it does innate bleed damage. Um, with this one relic, I can be able to do a thing for I can build a little thing for to have poison on it as well, so I can have like poison and innate bleed. And then I can have the Ash of War be Chilling Mist, so that way I can have poison, frost poison, and innate bleed. And then the last one would be for and the last one will be for, um, the last one will be for Scarlet Rot, where I attempt to, well, basically what happens is where, if I take any sort of damage from enemies, I have the ability to have temporary Scarlet Rot on my weapon. Give me a sec. So yeah, I can both have like that as well. So yeah, that. And right now, from what I can understand, from right now, from what I can understand, the quad proc executor build is sort of leading in the poll right now. Um, I did set the polls like the little maximum thing to be for a week, so you should have plenty of time to to vote to your heart's content. If I have more than one vote for something, like say I have like two votes for the executive thing, and then one for like guardian or something like that, then that will help me. That will sort of help me like kind of decide about like what I might do. Um, that'll help me like decide about like what I might do for like the next thing. Like so, like for example, like say if like for example if like the executive thing won, of course I do that. But then like if there's other votes cast, then I will do whatever comes next. So so yeah, I think I remember. I think I saw this in this the Sauce show. Yep, he's there. I don't know if I'm gonna build. I don't know if I can build to raid this person because they're like, sometimes people might have raid limits. Put that out in one word. Then I'm going to put the underscores in because that's part of your name. sure caps lock is off. But yeah, like I said, we're going to see if we can raid this person. They're known as the Sosh Show. Um, my friend Afflicted apparently, I guess, likes them pretty much or something like that. And I actually saw him and his wife in the chat. They're playing some marbles on. Everyone's playing marbles on stream right now, so I don't know if that's gonna be like the whole shebang or not. But I guess it might be because holy shit, this dude's been going on for like almost 3.5 hours. But yeah. So if you enjoyed what you saw today, though, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. And feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. But my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be tomorrow, aka Thursday. We'll be doing some more Batman Return to Arkham City, doing the New Game Plus hard mode, trying to finish up the main story before I do the side stuff. But until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.